All right, welcome everybody. It's Ta here. We're about to do some I was about to say beginning, but no, this is an all levels class. So I'm just getting everything set up. Looks good. My big camera is rolling. I have the Sony that records me, and I have it streaming right to YouTube. So if ever you want to replay a certain class, you can on a Monday because these are all public. So yeah, welcome. Nice to see you guys. Glad you're here. So today's focus is breath. So I'm gonna say inhale and exhale a lot. And if I ever am not in sync with you, that's quite all right. I really encourage that inner guru also. So when I'm cueing breath, if you're not on the you feel like you're opposite, don't even go into the mind and go, oh shoot, I'm not breathing with Ta. Just know that you're breathing. And my breath cues are for those of you who have forgotten to breathe. You know what I mean? It's not for the inhale or the exhale per se. It's just to remind you to breathe. And it's my practice. So when I'm inhaling, I'm just like inhale, and then when I'm exhaling, I say exhale. But if you're in tune to your own practice and it is opposite of me, I want you to just be reassured not to go into the mind and go, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong, because that's not the case. The most important thing is just to breathe. And so then that brings me to the other aspect that I really think is important, is that inner guru, knowing when the top priority is your inner world, your inner seeing. So when something doesn't feel right, please come out, rest, do what you need to do for your body. These are just suggestions. And in fact, I am doing my own practice with you, and my body is completely different. These are just suggestions. All right, and then the third aspect that I wanted to focus on today was also the awareness through these central column here, that lock, the belly fire. It starts low, comes into that middle place, and just this inner. So I'll talk a lot about the belly today. So those are the three things. Inhale, exhale, inner seeing, inner awareness, your guru, your connection to your inner seeing, and then that third aspect, which is the fire. So hopefully I'll just intermeld all those concepts in this practice. All right, so as we start, just play with the vagus nerve. So this gets me into the fact that the breath has everything to do with that relaxation response. When our body is feeling this sense of soft ease, that's when the diaphragm expands gently and then decreases. When we're tense, it's like there's no movement. Nothing is coming in and nothing is going out. It's just that frozen fight or flight mode. So when we do stuff like this, when we just go, oh, it's quite all right, it's going to be fine, all is well, you're starting that first step to breathing calmly, deeply, without effort. Okay, so this is just the vagus nerve, right into your palms, right into your arms. The palms, the arms, and then even the face. So hopefully your hands are clean, and you just let this happen. Close your eyes, and we'll take maybe 10 breaths doing this. And any order, you could close your eyes and do the order that you like. Now that you know the 3 positions, the hands, the arms, the face. Something great to teach the children too, somebody's a little bit having a moment, for the kids, especially if they're little. Say, let's do this. So it's for everybody. Okay, so then we'll focus on the breath also. Inhale, nose. Exhale, nose. Soft jaw, soft face. Just continue like that, in through the nose, out through the nose. You can even drop the chin forward. Oh my goodness. Those of you who've been practicing with me for a while will get a kick out of this. But yeah, Ta's starting her yawning. So as soon as this happens, as soon as the vagus nerve starts being stimulated, the pathways in the mind open up. And what that does is it creates more oxygen uptake, I guess, or circulation. And so the yawning starts waking up the brain, the mind. It's opposite of what you think. It's not because you're tired. It's because you're releasing resistance. So see if you can find that sort of open mouth yawn. Really beautiful. It's the first step. 3 more breaths. Letting the jaw open wide on those yawns. Lingering where you want to linger with your fingertips, Oh my gosh, it's like coming home. It's like giving yourself a big hug. And as you do this with me live, energy floats all over the place. There's no such thing as location. I am there with you. You're sensing the energy. I'm sensing your energy. It's just how it works. Okay, just hold the hands over your face. See if you can sense that. Get your wherever you're sitting. I didn't mention that. So if your knees are high, it's very awkward to keep the torso connected to the stream of energy. So I highly recommend block blanket underneath your hips. This is Reiki, letting your hands come right over your face. And then into your heart, right over your heart. Inhale, nose. Really good. Whatever comes forward through your ears, your jaw, your yawns, let that happen. Drop the chin a little bit now. Oh yeah. Dropping the chin right to the chest. Scoop up the arms. Interlace the fingers. Bring the hands right behind the back of the neck and open first. Yeah, give that contrast. See that contrast as you open up. And then round the navel in, that belly comes in and elbows come forward. So your belly gets involved. And these are the things that I'm focusing on today. Belly, breath, inner seeing. Couple more like that. Inhale, open it up. Exhale. Softly allowing the ribs to open up. The longer the breath, that quiet, generous inhale, softly exhale. Letting everything pull inward. Yeah, I feel like lingering at the bottom. Take another breath at the bottom. Really nice. All right, bring that up. Oh gosh, feet. Sometimes the feet fall asleep. That's the case, especially if you've had injuries on ankles or knees. So take that out. Just give yourself a little shake out, circle out. Yeah. Nice. I'm going to bring the right foot in. Give that left, and keep the left one out. Just feels nice. Left arm high. Turn left hand to that right knee. Turn and look over the right shoulder. You can use your fingertips to sort of push yourself up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to feel yourself grow taller. See if you get your belly to expand. And then on the exhale, start from the lower belly, release. One more like that. Inhale, belly. Exhale. You can see it's going to be a mindful class today. Right arm high, up and over to that left side. You can even look down. You can look up. You can do that inhale to open. And then exhale to release. This is how we relax the body of tension, stress. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. This time hand behind the head. Release that left arm. You can use a block. You can use your elbow on your thigh. You can even bring your elbow all the way down to the ground. Not quite there yet. I'm just going slow. So I'm using my elbow on that inner thigh, and which is nice because I can sort of turn that inner groin outward with some pressure and then reach over through that right arm. Maybe left arm reaches for the toes. Ooh, right side body. Same thing. You can do that little stretch, open, inhale, play. This is that inner guru, that inner seeing. What does it feel like? Where do you want your body to go? And letting those yawns happen. All right, come back up. Let's just switch sides, but take this out first before you close the other one in. Shake it out. In fact, before we do the other side, you're probably fine. You're probably on your mat. I'm just going to turn a moment to go into reverse tabletop. So just hands behind you. Give it a little opening, little bounce. Shake it out before we do that other side twist, side body. Oh, yeah. Just comes to you, these different movements. Just trusting if you're having a home practice, or even if you're following along with me and you don't want to do something, don't do it. Find maybe something pops into your head that like, oh, like this would be better for me. That is excellent. Do that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, drop it down. Coming back to my seat. I like that lift. Left leg in, right leg out. Settle into the hips, right arm comes up, drop it over towards that left knee. Look behind you, inhale, lift your torso tall. Exhale to turn. But I promise we'll get some flow going soon. This is just to create that environment for ease of breath. Same thing that we did before. See if you can get your belly to expand on the inhale. And contract on the exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Next breath. Inhale. Left arm comes up. Take it all the way over. Oh, yeah. Same thing. You're looking down. You're looking up. And looking down. Each side is different. Inhale to open and expand with the breath. Exhale to bring it in. Last one with the hand up. Bring the hand behind the head, release that right arm, and watch that tracking of the right knee. You can turn that right knee out a little bit by just moving the elbow towards the right. Open up the chest again, inhale. Exhale to drop. Open, inhale. Take your time, left hip is heavy. Inhale. Exhale, reach that left arm over the side body. Yeah. That's it. Oh, great. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. You can straighten that. Ooh, use your core, use your fire in the belly to lift and engage that midsection. And then last couple breaths. It's okay to look down. Wow, I just got an adjustment. That was so nice. That's what happens too. Starting slow, things start kind of clicking back into place. All right, so back to reverse tabletop. Any props, let them come out to the side. Reverse tabletop, fingertips. And I have something fun planned. And if it doesn't work, again, check in with yourself to see if it is not something that is going to be part of your practice. But check it out. Inhale. Exhale, look forward, and then pull through. You're using your heels to push your whole body through your arms. Your hands have to be a little bit wide. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale to come through inside that inner fire, inner belly, navel moving in towards the back, and then back up. Find your breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Trying to keep the chest open wide. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. So good. Drop that down. Just walk the hips up to the front of the mat. Feeling the deep sighs occasionally. Amazing. Just inhale nose. Let it out. And then walk yourself back to the front. You're smiling here. So much fun. Good. And then nice and tight. Moving gradually. That little pulse to eventually wrap your arms around the knees. Forehead towards the knees. Rounding into the back. Find that nice, dark, quiet space into the void. What is there? Nothingness. Wow. There's your breath. Your whole body is pulsing with breath. Breath. Breath practice. All right, come out. Hug the knees towards you. Heels are hovering. Take a breath. And then collapse the lower back. You're going to massage that lower back and come all the way up. Ideally, you can try it with the heels nice and tight. It's almost like I need a little help. So there's different ways. Maybe a couple more with the legs kind of flying, and then try keeping the legs close. See, I'm just doing this practice with you. Nice and tight would just be just like a Pilates ball. Really low. Almost. Last one. And then forward fold. Enough momentum to get yourself into a forward fold. Bodies are different on different days. Be gentle and easy on yourself. We're now in a forward fold. Feet hip width apart. Fire up the legs. You can even use your hands to give yourself a massage. Pounding out the back. Side body. IT bend. Shake out the head. Mid back. So good. Let the arms release. Walk the hands to one side. Shake out the head. Come back to center. Other side. Walk the fingers over to the other side. See if you can get that breath to make a sound. Make an audible sound right in through the throat. Inhale. Exhale. This next inhale, bring your feet right underneath the hips. Halfway lift, so you're firing up the legs, the feet, the hamstrings, heart reaches forward, halfway lift. And then exhale, sinking into the feet. So it's like so much effort to squeeze inward. I just put a block in between my calves. Inhale to bring halfway lift. Exhale to push and pull down. You can even grab the calves. Inhale. Walk the hands high. Exhale. The other option is to keep your fingertips right in front of you and extend. Halfway lift. Navel. This is that fire I was talking about, that lower belly, the navel, and that Uddiyana Bandha. So it's like this suction in and forward. Strong legs. Exhale, pull back in. Just that. It's incredible. Last one. Push, 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 push into the ground. Fire up both legs. Belly lifts. Sort of an intense way to work, you guys, but stay with it, stay with it. All right, release that block if you brought it. And this might work for you too, give it a little soothing up and down. And then roll yourself up. Fire up the feet. Your legs are working for you. Bounce around, walk it around. Yeah, give yourself a smile. I'm going to adjust the camera. This camera only does 20 minutes. I think that was more than 20 minutes. Awesome. Yeah, it's crazy. It was 25 minutes. All right, so let us do Surya Namaskar, salute to the sun. So come to the front of your mat. Warmed everything up. Your breath is nice and fluid now. So inhale, bring your torso tall. Nose breath. Exhale. All the way over. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Plant the hands. Exhale all the way back. Hold your high plank. We'll give it 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Next breath. Inhale to prep. Exhale, bring your hips high. Down dog. I'm adjusting my hands a bit, adjusting my feet. Using that breath. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Your first down dog, just let it be playtime. Kind of movements through the hips, rocking, head relaxing. You can follow my breath, or you can play with your own speed. Last 2. Great. Come back to both heels, sinking evenly. Push into, lengthen and stretch out that upper body, stretch out the lower body. We're just hold in stillness now. See if you can straighten out the legs, lengthen through the upper body. Plug the shoulders into the socket. Sometimes one shoulder feels different than the other. See if you can get that evenness into the shoulders, plugging them right in and lengthening and pushing into the ground, sinking down into the heels, ribs in. Gaze towards your knees, your toes, your upper thighs, balancing your sides. Last 2 breaths. All right, now just take the knees down, toes together. Set your hips back. It can be this gradual build up, pulsing back into child's pose. As you sit all the way back, walk the hands forward. You have your sit bones back, top of the forehead down. You can massage the forehead side to side. And then a little bit for the shoulders. Bend the elbows, palms up. Again, this is a great place if you have props. You can use props for your elbows. Come over here. Using my wooden blocks today. Tap elbows onto the blocks. Drop down. You can do it at different heights. You can check it out with the medium height. That might be nice. Sit bones. All that fire in and up. Stay strong. Not strong, but like you don't want to hold the belly. You want to sort of be able to use that belly breath that I was talking about at the beginning. So that's the awareness of expanding out on the inhale and then coming inward on that exhale. You might be able to see it. Inhale. And then that exhale. Couple more, let the head drop. Nice. Head comes up. You gotta tap the elbows or straighten out the arms to come out of that. So the more relaxed you are, the more the belly moves. That effortless effort. All right, so come back to, or we haven't been here yet, into tabletop, and just give that some movement. Shoot the hips back, heart forward. Again, your own just inner seeing, your own timing. Have that luxury of lingering in a spot that you want to linger in. Wow, feels so good. You play with feet, chin, different ways to just get everything involved. Maybe there's a side to side. Inhale. And exhale. Just starting that calm, relaxing feeling, spreading it all throughout your body. It just is incredible. That's why we come back to our mat over and over again to feel this. I wish I could bottle it for some so that they could just get a taste of what it feels like, and then they'll be coming to their mat for the first time. They'll go, oh, I want that. I didn't know it felt like that. Well, yeah, it feels amazing. All right, so back to down dog. Let's bring the toes together, sink into the hands. So you have this long upper body. Take that right foot and just shoot it straight back like sound effects. You're going to just kick it straight back. Hips are square, ribs in, so you're not just collapsing. You're pulling it in and back. That's it. You can start with a bent knee. Feels like that left hip socket, bent knee, and then push back into that left calf. Keep that right hip in the socket and lift high so you engage that right glute. There's a lot to think about. Keep breathing. Don't forget that upper body. And if this doesn't feel right, put that left knee down, because your upper body, when you're first starting your yoga practice, that's the first place to feel fatigue. And you can keep pushing the shoulders down towards the earth and pushing that left hip back. Right toe coming up, ribs in. Okay. All right, let that go. Take a break. Child's pose again. It's okay. Recover. Sit your hips back. Walk your hands forward. Maybe there's a little bit of hand, exploration. Grabbing wrists. Compression for the wrists. Don't forget the breath, though. Soft jaw, soft face. Wide open, releasing from the mouth. Inhale. Let it go. Exhale. You got this. Okay, ready for the other side. Toes come together for your down dog. Sink into that upper body, pushing into the shoulders. Try to lengthen through the spine. Slide that left leg straight up and back. Left hip is dropping. Square hips. Keep that hip socket not out, but in. You see that? You can reach, say like you're trying to reach for something. Well, bring it more in so that glute works. And the lower belly is on fire. And then check in with that upper body because it tends to come up a little bit. Now you can press it down. Spread out your fingers. All of your fingers are working. Lift that left leg high. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right leg is tighter than the left. It's his dominant leg. So maybe you'll hang out here a little bit longer. Right hamstring. Make sure that right knee is straight ahead. Oh, geez. More intense. But connect to the breath. Ribs, belly. Lift, lift, lift. Left leg. Awesome. All right, gently come down. You can always come down when you need to. This is my practice. Make it your practice, your inner guru, your inner seeing. This time I'm going to support my head, double fists. You can always come up, walk around, get a drink of water. What do you need? Check in with yourself. A couple tears shed. You can let those happen. You could say, where the heck are we? Are we in the twilight zone? What are we doing? We are more than these bodies. And what we think matters. And yoga helps us focus. In fact, let's sit up and focus a little bit on some fire breath, just to clear. On fire breath with fire toes. How about that? So tuck the toes under. And this is one of those classes where I think it's perfect to show up at any time. So you can always, remember, well, Todd does fire toes and fire breath at about 35 minutes on this class. And there you go. That's what we'll be doing. So let's do 2 rounds of 30. And remember, the theme at the beginning was about that awareness through that midsection. So this is perfect. This is so perfect for that. In through the nose, and then let it puff out through the mouth. But as you puff out through the mouth, it's like you're blowing out a candle and your belly comes in. See if that works for you. You can always come off the toes too. You don't need to keep those toes on fire toes. It's up to you. Okay, so 2 sets of 30 pulses. Inhale nose and pump. Good. Notice I went a little faster towards the halfway point. You can do the opposite for this next one. We'll go fast for the first 15 and then slow it down for the last 15. Okay. And if you get lightheaded, that's totally normal. Just if it's too much for you, just don't, just stop. Always knowing what's right for your body. Okay, so inhale, nose. And pump. Yeah, so I always get this question, is it one breath? No, it's not one breath. That would just be so much dizziness. It's just, and then a little bit of natural suction in. So it's like a, yeah, but it seems to be involuntary. It happens naturally when you play with the belly like that. It's like a 2 ends of the stick, so to speak. All right. So let's come back to tabletop and start left side. Take a left circle, left hip, bring it up and around, circle the other direction. Oh yeah, that feels so good. Just rounding into the back. Just know that you could play with your head, your side. Just let that happen. And then take that left leg. We're starting on the left leg forward. You could frame the foot. If it feels a little tight around that armpit, there's always the option to put blocks on either side and adjusting into that hip socket. Why do we pull that hip socket back? See, if we move it forward, you're sort of collapsing into this inner belly area. So if you pull this hip back, there ends up being more space for that belly to move. Remember that inhale, your belly sort of expands. And on that exhale, it collapses inward. So having that space in the lower belly helps. Inhale. Exhale. You can even add something like lift up on the inhale and then pull back down on the exhale. I'm going to take my blocks away and see what that feels like. So always experiment with the props. Inhale. And let's actually take it a little bit deeper into a hamstring stretch on the exhale. Forehead comes in towards that left knee. So we'll do that a couple times. Inhale to drop, lifting. Exhale to straighten and round. Fire in the belly like I was wanting to focus on. This is perfect too. I love it. Gotta know that 25 years of experience, I'm like, well, it just shows up, whatever needs to show up, and it always does, because there's our gurus that are outside of us that we are receptive to. Trust that your mind will guide you. Who knows? Your angels and your guides are right there for you. Last one. Dropping down, heart lifts. Good. So now my booty's going to be towards you, but you're going to just move your hands to that central place. See that? I'm going to turn around so you can have you. That will be better too for the other side. So Pasarita, just letting your torso drop. You can bend the knees, rock from side to side. Find that sweet spot and just pull down. You can play with that opening again. Inhale, heart lifts. Lengthen, push into the feet. Exhale to pull down. Couple more like that. Use your legs. Fire up the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to pull down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. So just turn to your left side, your left foot, and then we'll move through that flow. High to low push-up, which I had promised. I had promised it. So here we go. High plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale to your up dog. So nice. We're warm, somewhat warm in the back. So just turn and look over your right shoulder. Come back to center. So if this does not feel good on the low back, check in. You might want to bend the elbows and come into low cobra. Inhale to center. Exhale, tuck the toes, up and back to down dog. Nice. Just hold that long spine. Try to lengthen through the back of the legs. Belly in. One more. All right, knees drop. Now we're on that right side. Right knee comes up. Circle out that right hip. Good. Up and down. This should feel really good. This is a beautiful way to get into the belly, into the navel with breath. Switch directions. That's quiet sound, but effortless. It's really sweet and easy and long with that generous breath. All right, so that right leg, bring it forward. Okay, use your blocks if you need to, framing that front foot. Stay in that hip dropping posture. Oh, but check to see if you have the most amount of space you can in this right hip socket. Putting the fingers right there and letting that hip rotate back to create some belly awareness. When you do that, it's so interesting, I can feel more pull on that left front of that left hip. Yeah, this whole right side needs blocks, but I'm too lazy to go. I'm right at the edge where maybe I just need a tiny lift. So I'm just going to use my fingertips as much as I can. Inhale to lift. Exhale to extend and straighten, keeping the right hip spacious. Linger where you want to linger. And then again, find your own timing. Inhale, slower on this side. You can go fast. If you did that on the other side, I need slow. So that's that inner seeing that I keep talking about. I so hope and wish that you can find it just like I find it all the time in each posture. What does your body want? What are those sensations telling you? Because they're there. They'll speak to you and let you know what you want to do. And I have a story about that. You pulsing. When I was first practicing Ashtanga, which is very powerful, I would have intense pain. And I kept going, what's going on? And finally, I realized that it was not enough space in my hips. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't listening to that Mula Bandha, that low lock, that mid lock, that throat lock. And my throat lock is the last lock that's being mastered. Still working on it because I watch my practice and I see my head and my neck out of alignment because I'm not paying attention to my head. So that will come last. It's bottom, middle, and then the throat. Last pulse. Anyways. Love you guys. Stories. So there's no pain anymore. It's incredible. Pain is gone. No pain in practicing. Okay, I'm going to turn again. So go back to mid Pasarita. Go into that midsection like we did on that last sequence. Find the middle. This time grab the heels if you can and give a little bit more effort. See if you can bring the head closer to the mat. Lean into the crown of the head. If the head doesn't touch, go ahead and try to put a block underneath the head. That sweet spot where your head is connected feels grounding and supported. Again, feel your belly move when you breathe. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly pulls in and up. Inhale. Exhale. So interesting, it's stretching. Legs are on fire. You might need to adjust where your feet are. Last two. So good. Now ready to come out. I'm releasing my hands from my feet. Halfway lift. Heart reaches forward. Use your hands on your waist. Exhale, push, 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 push. Come up. So much power, so much control. Good. Heel toe your feet together. Give a little bounce. Find yourself on a lot of energy flowing through that midsection. Just let it walk. Nice and mindful. Sacral bone dropping, torso lifting. Letting the shoulders. Good. So yeah, let's do a couple things standing. Shoulder stretch and then tree pose, and then we'll go down for pigeon. I think I have time. Let's see what time it is. Let's see. Ooh, not really. An hour flies by so fast. So we're just going to do shoulder stretch and then go down for pigeon pose. That's probably more our style, right? Definitely. Okay, so you can grab your fingers. If not, just keep that left hand on that right elbow. This is twofold because it is Tadasana, standing mountain pose with correct curvature of the back and curvature of the neck, as well as this beautiful shoulder stretch. Even out your weight, right and left. If there's a little side bend, let that happen. Yeah, somewhat of a different class today, which is good for me, keeps me excited about doing different things, exploring different ways of practicing. Left elbow. Ribs in, torso tall, pelvic bowl, just neutral, like natural. You're not tilted forward and you're not tilted under. You have this heavy anchor right on that tailbone as it drops down. And your ribs in, your chest is lifted. Feel the evenness in both feet. It's just nice just to close your eyes. Take advantage of that soft jaw, the soft face. Love you guys. You know, I just got this shirt in about 10 minutes before I started class. And it's symbolic because this Friday I'm picking up my cat. I'm getting a new kitty cat. So it's for my excitement over getting a new cat. So you'll see probably next week. Good. Gently come up, gently release. Awesome. All right. So a little pigeon, and then we'll close up into Shavasana. Maybe a little happy baby before we end. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale. Take your time. It's okay to bend knees before you straighten. Bend before you straighten. Inhale, heart lifts. Belly fire. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, high plank. Trusty chaturanga, yoga push-up. Dog. Exhale to down dog. And we started on the left side today, so let's continue doing left leg. So give it a little swirl, a little swoop into that hip socket. This time it's a little bit more playful. Remember we did this, but we did it nice and straight. Now just give it some movement. All right, slide it through, pigeon pose. Give it about 8 breaths. If you need support, I'm so convenient. I have a nice little lift. I think I'm going to use it. And check out your back leg. You want it for more. If you want more intensity, it goes straight behind you. Feel that extension through this left hip socket. Ready? Just melt forward. And support your head first. After a few breaths, and let it just drop a little deeper. Halfway there. Counting your breath. That's 5. 6. 7. Last one. 8. Wow. Okay, come on up. Hands on either side of that front knee. Actually, take your prop out if you have a prop. Hands on either side. Lift the inner lines of your belly to tiger curl and just rock that foot or knee side to side. And then rock it all the way back. Engaging your belly, engaging your navel. Suction in, I swear, it's just like this movement in and up towards the top of the head. Literally feeling that as a visual. All right, other side. Take your right leg up. Give that left knee a bend. Give your pelvic bowl a little bit movement. Maybe shoulders. This is that inner seeing. What does your body need? Breathe. This is your responsibility to tune into who you are. I can't do it for you. Inside seeing. All right, right knee comes through, pigeon pose. Deep sigh if you have it, just helping the body release. Releasing the apana. Apana is that any toxic stress, tension. Check in with that back leg right behind you. Give yourself a moment to sit tall and melt forward. Letting your breath come easy. Eventually you can flatten the hands, letting the head just drop. Trying to surrender into that right hip. And 3 more breaths. This last breath, make it just so soft and easy. Wow. And when you're ready, inhale. Use your hands for support. Exhale. Coming out of a pose on an exhale for sure. Feels the best to me. Maybe it does to you too. Plant the hands on either side of that front knee. Tuck that back toe. Hollow out the belly. So you already have to just like a cat. Move your navel in and up. Use your inner line to lift to tiger. And then alternate elbows. What do you need? Ooh! Let that explore some opening through that hip. Each side is different. This side needs a more stretch. Felt like it was getting so much compression because it's tight in there. Right side. All right, I'm just walking up. You can hop up however you want. Oh, gosh. Smiling. And then just come onto your back. Give it some massage. That's how we started. Maybe I can stay tighter this time. I can. Seems like my heels can stay a little closer to my hips this time. All right, roll back. Any last posture that you need? Happy baby like I suggested before we did pigeon, because I knew it would feel awesome. So little happy baby. Just like you were playing, keeping that low belly. See how hollow this belly is? See if you can get that hollow belly feeling. You can even put your hands on your belly and move that pelvic bowl. Move those psoas muscles up and down and away. Once you have that, maybe the hands can go to the inner thighs, pulling them a little closer towards you, going to the shins, and then maybe even lifting heels right up to the ceiling. Okay, if you feel like you want a stillness, this is more intense. Wrap your hands around the outside edge of the calves, grab the ankles. You can even flex if you wanted, and hold. I flex too much, so I'm going to just keep them more inner softness. Tailbone rolls down towards the mat. You can watch the belly move or feel the belly move. Yeah, I love it. You gotta love it. And then soles of the feet together, drop it right in front of you. Extra compression inward. Do you feel this? Inward lift, meaning sit up, and then let that drop back. Again, you have those femurs stuck in there. Okay, giving space and allowing a natural curve in your back. This is more correct for the body, I feel. See if you can find that sweet spot. Still having a natural curve. Still having the ribs in. More space through your side body. Maybe take the arms up and stretch side to side. One hand on top of the other. And just rest. Trust in the body. It's a little vulnerable or a lot vulnerable. If you need to come out, come out. Letting that whole midsection relax. All right, I'm ready. You may want to stay longer. This is that inner eye, that inner guru. Find that question. Do I want to come out? Do I need to stay in? What is it? But when you do come out, I suggest giving those inner lines the compression inward, and then slowly, slowly lift the knees. You can even use your hands for support. Good. And then that pelvic bowl, explore the pelvic bowl, down and up. Oh my gosh, it's an emotional, possible emotional release, and that can just happen once you surrender and allow. Trust in your emotions. If it's too much, stop and just rest. All right, hands by your sides. One leg down, the other leg down. For those of you who need support on your back, and I wish I had my box closer to me, but if you need support on your back and you have your blocks handy, I highly recommend just sliding the blocks right to the sit bone and letting the pelvic bowl sort of tilt upward. It helps. That's it. Stay in your Shavasana. Take a couple deep sighs. Once you let that go, let it all go. No sound. Silent breath. I know that you are at home. So taking however much time that you need, stay in your corpse pose and let your body just rest. But when you are ready, slowly finding your way to wake up. It starts with the fingers and the toes and maybe the head, rocking, deepening the breath. And then one leg comes up, other leg comes up, rocking. And then turning to one side. Letting that top hand take you up for support. You're halfway there as you give yourself a moment. Head heavy, chin heavy. And finding the spine nice and upright. One last breath together. Inhale, nose. And then just sigh it out through the mouth. Good. Palms together next to your heart. Honoring the work, this yoga practice, this inner eye, this inner seeing, connecting to that soft, gentle ease of breath with sound. And then that naturally will bring that awareness to that belly fire, that belly movement, that energetic flow all the way up to the top of the head. All right, I celebrate you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. That was awesome. Happy Monday. Have a great rest of the week. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. That was awesome. So this class is recorded. So if you watch the replay, it's on Healing Touch Vinyasa YouTube channel. Good. All right. Bye. Good. Yeah. Lovely. I'm glad you were here with me. Happy Monday, and I'll see you next Monday. So I plan to do this every week. I have been. Namaste.